Okay, so now is the time when we are going to create actual pages using HTML. Now, I'm not going to go into the theoretical side of it, like this is H1, this is P tag, this is this, and this is that. I want to use some practical example to show you how to use them. So what we will do now, we will actually start building pages like this. So I have this page. If you want to choose anything else, you can choose that. But since I am listening to a podcast where they speak about Star Wars, so I'll use that. Now, first of all, we have to understand what we will be doing. We will be kind of replicating this page using HTML tags. Now, why I'm using this example? Because this is a very simple example and we can learn a lot using this compared to doing something else. Now, I want to mention one thing. You don't want to type this template again and again. So it is better that you use this basic structure of template, or you can copy it from the I would say the source code which is available on GitHub. So let's start learning about it. So first of all, please make sure you have live server and everything set up. If nothing is set up, please watch the first, second, third videos of this playlist so that you can understand what we are doing. So now let's quickly get started. So first of all, what we have to do, you can see in this particular page, in the title tag, it is saying Star Wars Wikipedia. So what do we have to do to replicate that? I will come to this title tag and instead of this, I will say Star Wars Wikipedia. I'll save the file and obviously let me close this. I'll right click and I'll say open with live server. And you can see, I can see Star Wars Wikipedia, which is an awesome thing which is happening with us now. And what I'll do, I'll actually merge it like this so we can see the work side by side. Now, first thing first, there is a title which is saying Star Wars. Now, it's a very big font if I talk about. I would not say font, but size is very big. So what we will do, we will use something which is known as H1. H1, which is also known as heading 1. Now let me do one thing. Let me put Star Wars. So you can see I'm getting Star Wars. This is H1 tag. What this signifies? That signifies the heading of it. Now we are not limited to just H1. We have other tags of heading as well. So we have H2. So let me do one thing. Let me put all the tags here. I'll save the file. Now you can see the difference between H1 and H6. Now obviously I don't want to dig deeper into this part because obviously we will be discussing this part a bit later. So I'll comment them out. So we are going to stick to this Star Wars itself. Now I want to show the second line which says from Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia. So how can I put it? Now should I be putting that into H6 because that was the smallest part? The answer is no. And I'll discuss the reason behind the structure later part of the series. So what I'll do, I'll use a second tag which actually helps us do that. So I'll press a new key and I'll use a P tag. What is a P tag? P tag signifies a paragraph. P tag signifies a paragraph. So I will paste this line and I'll save the file. So once I save the file, you can see Star Wars from Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia. Now, right now it is going pretty great. I hope you guys are able to learn a lot of things. Now, finally, I'll use one more line, but here is something different. Now, what is happening here? This article is about media franchise as whole, but here what they have done, they have actually included a link. So if I'm going to click on this link, it is going to open a new link. I mean, it is opening a new page. Now, please notice one thing. This is totally different. This is totally different. But the problem is, if I'm going to click on it, it is lending me somewhere. Right now, nothing is happening. So how do we do that? We do that using an anchor tag. So what we will do, we will say P tag. I'll open and close a P tag. I'll copy this whole line. I'll save the file. But now as you can see, as we can see here, Star Wars, as you can see, if I'm going to hover on it, it is changing the cursor type, but here it is not doing anything. It is a simple text. So how will I convert that? So what I will do, I will first of all right click on this and I'll say open link in new tab, and I'll copy this link where I want to go. So basically an anchor tag, what it does, it gives a way so that we can move from page A to page B. So what I will do, now I have to put this anchor tag in Star Wars film. So first of all, I will actually come here and you can see this is where I have to create a link. So how do I create that? I will first of all come here and I'll say A tag, open and close the A tag between this. Please try to understand one thing. I hope that is visible. This is A tag. So it is closing them. So like the text which is visible to the user, it's visible. Now, where do I want to land the user when they are going to click on this? So what I will do, I will simply come here and I will say href equals to and the link where I want to go. Guys, I want to mention one thing. If you are a bit confused right now, don't worry. You will be gradually you will start learning about it. And in fact, let me do one thing. Let me put this in a whole new tab so you can see it in a better fashion. Because obviously HTML is not going to complain about it. So this is how you write a anchor tag. Now please notice notice what is happening. This Star Wars films is visible to users. So if I'm going to make some changes here, I'll say 1, 2, 3. So you can see it is saying 1, 2, 3. So whatever is in between this closing anchor tag and starting anchor tag is visible to the user. It is visible to the user. Now, when a user clicks on it, where do I want them to go? I put this link here, href. Now let's take an example. Let's go to actual website. So what I'll do, I'll actually open Google and I'll search for Skillnagar. Now you can see Google has so many links. Google has so many links. Now let's take an example of this particular link. So what I'll do, I'll right click on it and I'll say inspect element. Now when I click on inspect element, let me actually move it away. Fine. So when I do the inspect element, you can see h1 tag. Okay, so now they have included a lot of things which we have not yet included, but you can see the basic is here. There is a tag with a href and there is a text inside that. So we have to understand one thing, that anchor tag, what it does, it simply takes two kind of a parameters. One, what should be shown to the user, and where do I want to take the user. I'll take another example. Let's say if I want user to actually go to my GitHub page. So I'll say p tag view my GitHub page. Click here to view. Now what do I want to do? I want the user to click on this particular click here to view to land to my GitHub page. So what I'll do, I'll say anchor tag A, and it is better that we close it first of all so that we don't make a mistake out of it. And then here I will say href and https://github.com/Avinash Now you can see I'm able to see view my GitHub page. Click here to view. If I'm going to click on it, you can see it is opening my GitHub page. So obviously I don't need that, so I'll delete that. So in this particular video, we learned how to use an anchor tag, or I would say heading 1 tag. We also saw there are so many headings, h1 to h6. Then there is a paragraph tag. Then there is a anchor tag. So this is what the difference are, and this is what they are. So obviously in the coming videos, we will be learning more about tags. So in case if you have any questions, please put them. And guys, one more thing, the link of this whole playlist is available in the channel. So in case if you are missing out any videos, please use that particular playlist.